to liberty. Do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks. America.
This is Jay Muse, and you're listening to or watching Primal Scream with Nick Graystone. Nick Graystone.
Hey, this is Fallon Vendetta, and you are watching Primal Scream with Nick Graystone.
Hey, kitties, what up? Welcome to Primal Scream. This is your host, Nick Graystone. For the next hour, we're going to talk about fantasy, reality, and everything in between. Let's go.
What up, kitties? What's going on? Nick Graystone here, back into his house for another exciting episode, or not so exciting episode, of Primal Scream. All right, here I was, so excited because Ginger Lynn answered the call. She was coming on tonight, but unfortunately, she canceled. But it's okay. She emailed me. She's got something going on, and she said that she will definitely come back on. The show must go on, though. I'm not going to not come on tonight. This is the last show before the holidays. I might pop in for Zozo's show in a week, but we are still working on that. But Ginger promised that she will come back in the new year, and we'll have the awesome interview. I had so many cool things to talk about with her, but that's okay because I lined up some people to call in and talk, and It's not Ginger Lynn, but don't worry, it's a good one. So I hope everyone's having a great week. This has been such a fucking weird week. I actually got back today from Cincinnati. I was with my good friend Ricky Glore. We were filming Casually Cool, and I just actually called him to see if he wanted to pop on and talk about Casually Cool because it was really a lot of fun. I shared some screen time with Timmy Barron, who played Jerry in Sweetmeats, and that dude's a professional, man. He's awesome. And me and him, we had a chase scene, and it was over the top, and it was so much fun. And the good thing about Ricky is, Ricky and I think if we went to the same film school as children, we watched the same movies, grew up with the same comedy, and he's all about opportunity, like the comedy opportunity, not going by the script. You know, he can have a script, a good script or whatever, but it's about ad-libbing and stuff. And he gave me the liberty of doing that and saying what I felt, and some of it actually made it onto the film, you know, and it was pretty funny and it was cool. I actually have a little sneak preview of some drone footage that was shot, and I want to show it to you because it's so fucking cool. This was taken during our chase scene. You might see me at the end for a tad second, but this is Timmy running on the riverboat, actually set up by Amy Hasback. She is a producer, my sister from Another Mister, and the lovely, her mother's name is Ginger Lynn Spicer, which I told her I'd give her a shout out. I don't know the woman, but that name sounds hot. She must be hot because her daughter is a firecracker too. So, all right, here we go. This is a little taste of Casually Cool. That's it. That's Casually Cool for you. That's just a little taste. And there's so much greatness that's going to come out of that. It was so much fun. We filmed at this riverboat on the water, right where the Reds play and the Bengals play, right on the border of Kentucky and Cincinnati. And, yeah, it was fun just to go play and have a good time. And, we are almost done filming that. It's going to be coming out sometime in 26. And we are Ricky's vision right now. He wants to shoot another film, 2 in 1 year. Truly Trudy is the continuation of Casually Cool. It's in the vein of like Naked Gun type movie with some Miami Vice and Police Academy, and we grew up watching all these other movies like with the chase and stuff like The Bandit and Cannonball Run, and Ricky always says that I'm his Dom DeLuise, man. So if I'm anybody's Dom DeLuise, that's a fucking a truly a compliment. So thanks again, Ricky, for letting me play and have fun, and I'm looking forward to putting that out. So I actually wanted to talk about something, and Hollywood was rocked with a loss of somebody earlier in the week, and that's Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner, shit, if he only did All in the Family and his career ended there, he's already way ahead of the game. You know, he was part of TV history, arguably one of the greatest TV shows of all time. He always felt like he didn't want to be remembered as Meathead, almost kind of like how Ron Howard didn't want to be remembered as Richie Cunningham and went on to do great directorial, efforts. And Rob did the same. Rob made some fantastic movies, very different from each other. You know, you got Spinal Tap, which is arguably one of the funniest musical parody films of all time. You know, you got Misery, which is a fucking masterpiece, Academy Award winning Misery. You know, Kathy Bates took home the Oscar for that. I think it won another Oscar for like sound or something. Stand By Me, which is a coming of age tale that's timeless. You know, it takes everyone back to their childhood. You know, I didn't have the experience like these kids had on set, you know, seeing a dead body and walking train tracks and, you know, getting my balls sucked on by leeches and stuff. But, you know, just the connection you have when you're a kid, man, the golden days, you know, looking back and just thinking about the friendships that you had and how, you know, one of the lines that always sticks with me in that movie is towards the end. And he was just like, you know, Teddy and Vern just became, you know, they were my best friends. And then all of a sudden they just became two other faces in the halls that eventually I stopped seeing, you know. And River Phoenix, you know, showed his acting chops at a very young age. Unfortunately, we lost him. But looking back, thinking, man, you know, the you know, the acting that this young man did was fantastic. We got a call in right now, and it's pretty good because I think I know who it is. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, sir. It's not Ginger
Hi.
Lynn, but he's just as handsome. I
It's
feel.
me, Ginger Lynn.
Oh yes. How's your pussy?
It's nice.
That's very good. That's very good. All right. It's my good friend, comedian Anthony DiDomenico. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, man? Having a cigar watching the Knicks game.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for choosing to put the Knicks in the background, but you can smoke a cigar and talk shit with me for a little bit, and I appreciate you saving the day. I was actually just talking the praises of Rob Reiner and saying about his movies how they were timeless classics. I was in the middle of talking about Stand By Me. I know you like this next one that I'm going to let you take. I think actually he did two of them. I think he did When Harry Met Sally and he did Sleepless in Seattle. He did both of those?
I think so.
I know he did When Harry Met Sally. Because
I think he did Sleepless in Seattle too, but he also did Princess Bride.
And The Princess Bride, man. All right, so, dude, let's talk Princess Bride because I do have a picture of The Princess Bride. Dude, Princess Bride, for me, and I know you and I have similar tastes in wrestling, so when Princess Bride came out, we fucking hated Andre the Giant, right?
Yeah. So when this came to video, he was a heel by then.
Big time heel. Big time heel. He was one of the greatest heels of all time. You know, ripping the crucifix off of Hogan and like setting the stage for WrestleMania 3 and WrestleMania 4. You know, taking the title from Hogan, you know, opening the door for Macho Man to take it. But I mean, like, fuck, man, the heat that Andre the Giant got, like, he was hated so much. And then this fairy tale comes out, and, dude, it's just like Andre the Giant at that point became so lovable to us. And it's still, man, you could show this to kids now, and it's like such a great story.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unbelievable movie. It's like it really is. I mean, you ever had a book come to life? This is what it is. Yeah. And the way they did it was brilliant with Peter Falk reading Fred Savage and interacting with them like a kid home from sick, homeschooled from sick, and his grandpa's reading to him.
Yeah. And you know what? They had such great actors in it, too, with little bit parts. Like, you have, I mean, what other movie? You got Chris Sarandon. You got, like you said, Peter Falk.
Yeah.
Fucking Inigo Montoya. I forget his name in real life. Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah.
Robin Wright, dude. Like, shit, man. I could go on. Like, there's so many. Billy Crystal. You know, and Carol Kane, and like all these people. But Andre, dude. Andre, like, he was a key character in the movie, you know, because he was bad in the beginning of the movie, but then he actually became a hero in the movie.
He did, yeah. He, you know,
Hey,
the crazy thing about everybody wants a pizza. And the crazy thing about that movie is, if you watch like the documentary, like Andre's back, we knew, like, you know, as wrestling fans, how bad his back was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had to, like, he couldn't catch Robin Wright pen. Like, they had to, like, have strings on her because his back was so bad he couldn't even hold her up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that, you were saying before, though, about Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
He was in Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay, you're right. He was he Billy Crystal's best friend? Or
No,
he was
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, that's right. I'm fucked up. I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
So he was an actor in it. Like, and you look at his acting roles, too. Like, not even just the movies he made. He was in Throw Mama from the Train. He was in The Jerk. He was uncredited in The Jerk.
The Jerk, man, was so good back in the day, man.
I'm
was
just
another
looking
one.
at some of the movies he was in. It's you know.
It's a huge loss, man. I mean, like, you know, just the contributions this man made, like, even, you know, A Few Good Men, dude, like, arguably another one of the greatest movies ever made, too. You know, it's highly quoted all the time, and you think about that. So the guy made Spinal Tap, he made Misery, he made Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, and A Few Good Men, Princess Bride. All these movies are different.
So, and if you look at his timeline here when he made those movies,
it was a short time, right?
So Spinal Tap was 84, then Stand By Me was 86, Princess Bride was 87, When Harry Met Sally was 89, Misery was 90, A Few Good Men was 92. So he had like a span where, like, you know, these movies are coming out and they're just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, no, and, the Sure Thing too. I forgot about that. That was in
Sure Thing.
85. That's, you know, that's a hidden gem. Like, for those people that don't know about that movie, man, that's
and then he's acting in movies too. He's acting in Throw 'Em Out from the Train in 87. He's in Sleepless in Seattle. He's in Bullets Over Broadway. He's in Nick's Nuts.
Oh wait, Tony just pulled it up too. He was also in Where's Papa. Where's Papa was one of my. Oh my god, dude, it's fucking hysterical. It's the mother, Ruth Gordon, from Every Which Way But Loose. You damn hairy ass ape, dude. She's like senile, and she's like, the father's dead, and like she's constantly looking for him, and like saying like all this shit and stuff, and like it's one of those funny movies from the 70s. And yeah, he was in that.
A couple of my favorite ones that he was an actor in, that, like, he wasn't the main guy, but I don't know if you ever saw Bye Bye Love.
Bye Bye Love. No, I didn't see that.
So it's with Matthew Modine, Randy Quaid, and Paul Reiser. They're three divorced dads, and like every weekend they get their kids, and like he plays this like divorce expert, like on the radio they all listen to.
Okay.
And at the end, like Randy Quaid loses his mind and goes down to the radio station, and like, you know, ends up actually being on the air with him. It's actually pretty funny.
He also played Leonardo DiCaprio's father in The Wolf of Wall Street, right?
I was just going to say that. I mean, if anybody stole scenes in that movie, it was him.
And that movie, dude, has top shelf. You got Leo, you got McConaughey, you got Jonah Hill, and arguably his greatest role that he ever did, you know.
You could probably count the time on one hand that he was in that movie, like the scenes that he had, and every scene he was in, he was iconic, and he stole the scene.
He killed, man.
The sides.
Yeah. Unbelievable,
$28,000 worth of sides? What did they cure cancer? Yeah, the sides did cure cancer. That's why they're so expensive.
You know, there's a great story, too, on Stand By Me that they talk about. Jerry O'Connell got into pot. He ate these pot brownies. They were space brownies, and he got so stoned, and Rob Reiner thought he was going to get arrested because, you know, like, obviously child laws and stuff, they had to keep it under wraps, and they had to, like, calm him down and everything. And he said that, like, you know, he felt so bad for the kid. But, you know, you hear it all the time. You hear from, you know, Will Wheaton, you hear from Jerry O'Connell, and you hear from fucking Corey Feldman, which, fuck Corey Feldman, dude. He's a piece of shit. But they always, all of them, say the same thing about Rob Reiner. He was like a father figure to them. You know, he played baseball with them. He made it like day camp, and it was such an incredible experience. And basically, you know, at that point, Jerry O'Connell was an unknown. You know, Will Wheaton was an unknown, and they went on to do other stuff after that. This was like the start of their career, you know, and like it was. Again, there's not a time that goes by now that I don't watch Stand By Me where I get choked up, dude. I mean, it's not easy for me to get choked up, but I mean, that movie is timeless. It's a timeless classic, dude. You know?
Yeah, and if you think about it, you know, Rob Reiner's father was such a successful comedian and actor on his own. For him to kind of come out and carve his own niche in entertainment,
and he did it.
You just got to give him credit for that as well. And, you know, he got his real start in All in the Family, which is a classic American TV show.
I was saying that before you called in. If he would have just called his career at All in the Family, dude, and that was it, he would still be, you know, well known and well respected and everything. So,
you know, he definitely was an icon in Hollywood, and you know, everything he did, you know, looked like everything he touched turned to gold, basically.
Mm-hmm. So, dude, I actually want to ask you about this because you don't really post about this kind of stuff. I couldn't help myself. I had to. But I'm seeing even supporters. Now, I don't talk politics, dude. And I'm just talking because this was something that was posted and said, and he did double down on it. Trump saying stuff about Rob Reiner. Now, I know Rob was very vocal about his politics and everything, but I think that Trump kind of was an asshole for what he said about Rob Reiner after he died, dude. You know, I
so
think
I'll say, you know, I voted for Trump. I'm a Trump
I know
guy.
you. I know.
I'm a Republican. I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, it's where I lean. I voted Democrat in the past, but you know, I'm saying like I lean towards the right. I didn't like it what he wrote. I thought, you know, it wasn't a good look. I get what he was trying to do. Like he's always trying to, you know, be the smartest guy in the room, but that wasn't the time and the place. The same thing like when Charlie Kirk was killed. It's not a time for politics. It's a time that, you know, this horrific thing has happened, and let's honor the person for who they are and, you know, not where they stand politically, because it's not what it's about. You know,
No.
you have the same thing with Charlie Kirk. You don't have to agree with him, but here's a guy that went out there and preached family, faith, and, you know, lived his life as a good person. You know, you might not agree with what he stood for, but his values are something that everybody can agree with, that put his family first, and, you know, was a father.
I agree,
and
man.
Someone who, you know.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? You know, the saddest part about that, about Charlie Kirk, you know, I didn't agree with some of the stuff that he said, but you know what, dude? His kids are going to grow up fatherless, and ultimately one day they could, if they're in the wrong side of the internet, they could actually see their father getting killed. And
exactly, and
that's
here you
fucking
have
a shame,
where,
dude, you know?
Did I agree with Rob Reiner politically? No. I mean, but that doesn't mean I don't like what he creates.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the problem, you know, where, you know, I don't want to make this too political, but that's just the problem in general. It is. If you don't agree with somebody, then that's it. They're dead to you, and
you know,
you can't, like, get along, and
you
can't watch something. People are like, I'm not watching this anymore because he thinks, I'm like, that's stupid.
You see, like with me and you, dude, we know each other for years or whatever, but we never let this stuff ever stand in between us. We've let other shit fuck up our, you know.
I don't think anything after we've been through can get.
No, exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it's.
Well, listen, I have friends who lean to the left, and they're my friends. And I don't, because what they believe, that's what they believe. Who am I to tell them that that's not right?
Right.
In their head, that's what they're thinking. And, I respect their opinion. And if you can sit and have that's the problem too. No one can sit and have conversations anymore. No. Everything's a pissing contest on the internet.
It's true.
Things get, and people are writing things because there's no threat of them getting punched in the face.
You're right. They get fucking brave. They write stupid shit. And even like I was saying before with Tony, I was doing the pre-show with him and talking about Rob Reiner and stuff. And it's like everything always resorts back to fucking politics and stuff these days. And it's like a kid can go out and get killed on a fucking bike. And then all of a sudden some asshole is going to post on News 12, oh, well, you know what? His parents were liberals, and, like, why should he be riding a bike at 12 o'clock at night or whatever? Like, okay, yeah, maybe it was a mistake that the kid was out, but, dude, at the end of the day, it's a fucking child that gets killed, and this is not the time or place to say, well, if they voted the other way, maybe I would care more.
Like Rob Reiner was pretty vocal in what he believed in, but does that mean when I watch with Harry Met Sally or The Princess Bride to make it less of a movie? No, I don't think about it.
No way, dude.
I don't care. Like, they're people. They have their own thoughts, their own beliefs.
Well, she's not hurting me, man, hurting my family or whatever. I could, still watch his stuff or whatever. There's certain people that are very despicable that have done despicable things that it's kind of, like, hard to support them. But I don't think Rob Reiner did that, man. And, I think
you watch The Naked Gun, you still laugh at OJ, don't you?
Fuck yeah, I do. Of course I do.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, you think about these things like, people are human and they're not perfect and they're flawed and they'll do bad things sometimes, but you can still look at something they created and enjoy it.
I was reading a comment, one that always sticks in my head anytime I hear about OJ. Someone went on an OJ like ripping thing on the internet once, and they were talking about it, and the woman wrote something of like, "Oh, he's a killer" or whatever, and someone fucking replied, "Well, when you rush for 2,000 yards in one season, then you fucking then you could talk shit."
Absolutely.
Right? Oh my God. And that's another thing, the OJ thing. You know what, man? This is going to bring a smile to your face. So the other day I was talking to my mother. So my mother, obviously, where I come from. She's always been into the true crime thing. So obviously when she caught wind of Rob Reiner and what happened or whatever, and she's like, do you know where it happened? And I'm like, yeah, in Brentwood. And she's like, it's like return to the crime, to the scene of the crime. She goes, do you want to go? And I'm like, Ma, you want to go to fucking Brentwood right now? I will come pick you up, take you directly to the airport, and I will take you fucking everywhere in California to every crime scene ever known. That would be the greatest gift that you could give me and Matt right now if you'd go out and do that. And she's like, no. Awesome. She's like, no, I'm kidding. But you know what, dude? Even though she's kidding, she said it, and I'm not letting it go now, man. That's like a goal right now. I want to get Mama Rosie out, dust her off, dude, and fucking bring her back into the seedy world of Hollyweird.
Yeah, so one of the first memories I have of your mom, when we really started hanging out, it was around the time that JFK Jr.'s plane went down.
Okay.
That was like the Super Bowl for her. She was glued to that television.
Yeah, it was, dude.
I remember like going over to your house and like every news chat thing she get her hand. She loved that. She loves the true crime, true stories, like that kind of thing. And,
absolutely.
that's where you get it from. And look what you did with
it. Yeah. I remember that, dude, when she was watching it and stuff, and like. And I remember my father sitting there, but his eyes were glued to the television too, but he was just like, you two are crazy. I can't believe you're watching this. But then in the same breath, he'd be like, son, that's where they filmed Jaws. And he was like, well, you're looking at like, Martha's Vineyard, like on the screen or whatever. And, that's a crazy story, man. Another thing too, that poor kid, he lived in the spotlight, couldn't do anything without being, politically motivated or whatever. I remember there were haters too, like, oh, well, his father, did this and that. Well, this fucking poor bastard died in a fucking plane crash. How horrific is that?
That's insane, man. It's like, the tragedy, you have to, mourn that and not what they, where they stood politically or, who they voted for. That's their own pride. I mean, that's supposed to be your private business too. Like, you're not supposed to tell people who you vote for and stuff like that. So, it's your right as an American to vote how you want to vote.
Yeah.
But with social media and everything, people try to make it like they want clicks and they want clout, and that'll be the downfall of all of us. But
it sucks, man. Like even the state of comedy now too, man. I mean, like you
there's
can't.
No comedy anymore. It's
crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not into it like I used to be, you know, and I'm okay with that because it's not what it was, and never will be again.
It sucks, man. Like, you got to really watch what you say because you never know who's in the crowd that's going to get pissed off that can turn into another fucking, Will Smith situation or somebody getting fucking offended and throwing shit at you and whatever, but it's really crazy. People are fucking insane.
Yeah, I was on stage once. I was doing a club down in Jersey Shore, and the guy was throwing ice at me because he didn't like what I was saying.
Ice?
Ice out of his cooler. They were a BYOB place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he was taking whole ice cubes and winging them at the stage. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I don't like this joke. I'm like, so you can leave or just sit there and it'll be over in 2 seconds.
What a piece of shit.
They dragged him out of that club in his chair.
Oh, good.
He played through the second team.
As they should, man.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Why? If you're offended, why are you going to a club? You know what I mean? You're going to see comics. Like, what? That's so stupid to me. First of all, you're wasting your money because you're not going to have a good time if you're easily offended. Then you're going to ruin it for everyone around you.
Absolutely. Like someone coming to see you play and they don't like heavy metal music.
I remember one time we got kicked out of like a VIP table. Like we were sitting there at this club. I think it was Trash. Actually, you came to see me at that club on my birthday. It was my 30th birthday. Was it Trash?
Yes, I remember that place.
Okay. So there was tables in front. We were sitting there, and all of a sudden these assholes come in, and I guess they bought a bottle, and bottle proceeds to take the table. But obviously we were there for like 2 hours, and like we got pissed off, and there was a altercation, and one of the girlfriends didn't want to leave the table, and it turned into all this shit. And I remember them just fucking sitting at this table, and we were playing, and these assholes were like giving us the finger and everything. And I remember we were playing Down on Me, and I was just like, this song's dedicated to all these jerk-offs girlfriends at this table right now because they all can fucking go down on me and lick my asshole. I was so angry, dude. I think it was actually Howie's wife
Forever the poet.
Yeah, I was always the poet. I was always the way with words.
Yeah.
It was Howie's wife that didn't want to get up. And, dude, Howie's wife never was a problem. She was always so nice or whatever. But that night, dude, She was like, fuck you. I'm not getting up. And, like, once we used to call her the little woman. Once the little woman, man, fucking put her foot down. And it was kind of hard to get her up again. So yes, dude, tell us, you did this thing the other night, man, and I reposted your video or whatever. You went for it, dude. You've been talking about doing it for so long, and you went for it, the camping trip.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, I got into the Outdoor Boys. I found him on TikTok, just randomly going through, and I started watching his videos and got into other creators that do kind of the same thing, and it just looked fun. I wanted to try it, getting out there and doing something, and cooking, and seeing how it would be. And I made a plan. And originally I was supposed to go Thanksgiving weekend, but it poured. So I moved it into the only date I could do after that was actually this weekend. I went last weekend. And at first it didn't say it was going to snow, but as it got closer and closer, the numbers went up. And I thought I'd be all right. I thought I planned okay, but, this is my first time going out there. It started off great. I got there. I set my stuff up.
I was impressed, man. Like as you were showing in the video and stuff. I mean, you got a great fire going, dude. And you got the fucking
fire going. I cooked on the coals, and then like 7 o'clock on the dot when they said it was going to start snowing, it started snowing. So I cleaned up like the camp area. I took what I needed into my tent, and it just got colder and colder. And after I got myself into my sleeping bag towards the end of John Cena's match, and I started like fading out a little bit, and I'm like, all right, I can go to sleep. But I just couldn't. I was shivering.
Yeah, it had to be fucking freezing, dude. Because you said your heater didn't work, right?
And my heater didn't work, yeah. So, getting in that sleeping bag. Sleeping bags are not for us big guys. We're a little more blankets. We're blanket speed. So the second time I had to get out of that sleeping bag to go to the bathroom.
Oh, boy.
I went and took a leak, and I come back in, and I'm looking at the sleeping bag, and I'm like, F this.
That's it? You call the quits?
Too cold. I go, either I can pack up now in 2 inches of snow, or I could fight with everything in 6 to 8 inches. So I...
Did it snow more out there than over here?
Yeah, we had a lot. I mean, I don't know how much it was out there, but it was saying like it was going to be anywhere from like 6 to 8 inches.
Dude, you're lucky you didn't fucking fall asleep and then all of a sudden wake up and then didn't wake up because like Jack Torrance from like The Shining, you could have been frozen to death out there.
I've been frozen out there, yeah. So, I mean, just things went wrong. Like, so the power bank I bought didn't put out enough wattage, I guess, for the heater. And my sleeping bag, which I bought, it said it was a 5-degree bag. Was not a 5-degree bag. I
didn't get that. What does that mean? Like it goes, it keeps.
It's rated to keep you warm down to 5 degrees.
Oh.
Like if you ever watch The Outdoor Boys, he has like a negative 30 sleeping bag. He'll go out there, he'll sleep in like outside in like 10-degree weather.
Whoa. And he's warm and he's okay.
So, what?
And he's okay. He's warm.
He's fine, yeah. He's got these bags. He spends a lot of money on this stuff. I mean, first time going, so I didn't, I bought, I didn't spend crazy amount of money. I looked for the deals. My sleeping bag was not comfortable. It was not warm.
See, the one mistake that you made, you should have just invited me, and we could have cuddled, and I would have gave you the warmth that you needed.
I'd rather freeze to death. But
Hey, don't look down on yourself for this, dude. You fucking went out there. First of all, I'm going to give the audience a little taste about what you are, man. You don't like the outdoors. You don't like bugs. You don't like fucking nature like that. But you went against all that and wanted to do this, and I commend you, man, for even doing it for fucking a half hour, bro.
I like being outside. There's no, like you said, there's no bugs, there's no this. And listen, I was fine. Like by the fire, it was warm. Like if I could have sat by that fire all night, I would have been. When I was by the fire, I was very warm. It was very comfortable. I didn't have to put my jacket on because the fire was putting out really good heat.
Were you hearing things?
No, I heard some squirrels. It's a campground on Long Island, so it's not like. Not up in the upstate in the woods where there's like bears and shit. This is just regular.
There's some foxes probably out there too, though.
Probably.
Yeah, that's okay.
But it was crazy because the night before I took a spill and I banged my knee.
Oh boy.
So my knee's all messed up, and then I think I tore like a muscle like towards my like armpit and my pec.
Oh Jesus.
Putting my gear away. So like I'm kind of banged up from the trip. I slept. So I packed up that night. I got everything. It took about an hour to pack up, and I got home about 2 a.m. and I slept till like 12. And I got up and I was moving slow, and I went back to sleep till like 3 o'clock. Like I slept all day on Sunday. I was done. I was exhausted, and and I'm a little banged up this week, but it was fun. It was worth it.
Yeah, so you know what, man? Spring rolls around or whatever next time, fucking now you know. And
now I know.
You'll fucking do great, That's cool, though.
All the comments I've gotten on my video were very positive.
There you go, dude. That's
99. Cool. I got one negative comment. It wasn't even negative. They were just concerned for me. But everything else was like, people were so like, and that's the thing about like, I was nervous about putting it up there because, listen, I'm a bigger guy. I'm out there. I'm basically a target on myself. For jokes. And everybody was really nice and supportive, and they thought I was funny. They enjoyed it. They liked my take on it.
This video that you posted too, man, got the most views out of like your new channel and everything too, right?
Anything that I posted, it's got the most views
dude.
on it.
Now
right now it's last I checked, I was at 1.3K, which is not a lot in in the world of going viral, but to me it's a big thing.
Yeah, no, it's something, dude.
And my friend Sam, who's got his own Kroger's channel, he's got a camping channel called the Northwest Wind. Everybody should go check it out because he's hilarious.
Okay.
I have him on my old podcast, and we actually became friends. I consider him a good friend. After that, he's a big Sopranos guy, so we bond over that and everything. And he watched it. He's like, "Dude, you're a natural." He goes, "You should make these videos because you're entertaining, you're funny." And he goes, "Actually, what you did was most of it was pretty good. You were good at it."
You were, dude. I was impressed. Like I said, man, it's definitely better than the fire I started at Shea Stadium.
You start the fire.
You start the fire. I couldn't do it. So, dude, that thing that you got, like the igniter or whatever, that just you put the thing on there and fucking it goes. That's it.
So what I did was I made what's called a log cabin fire. So I made wood going down one way, then the reverse way. I did a couple of layers of that, and then I got my they call it kindling. I got fat wood. And I put that on top, and I put one of those bombs in there.
Yeah.
It's like made of like coconut fibers. And I lit that, and I put some more kindling on top, and that with the idea of a upside down fire or a log cabin fire is that it burns up, and it burns more clean. You don't get a lot of smoke.
Oh.
But also, as it burns, the embers fall down and ignite the wood from underneath, so you get a really hot fire, and you get really good coals to cook on, which was the goal.
When the fuck did you become a fire enthusiast?
I watched these videos.
I'm impressed, dude. This is really. I'm like, really. I never knew that you were that into this. I knew you wanted to do it. I didn't realize you did your homework and shit, man. That's awesome.
Dude, I watch camping videos every day.
Do you fantasize about me when you watch these videos?
No, you're nowhere near any of these videos.
But you went and saw Brokeback Mountain with me.
I did, and it makes we'll never be in a tent together. That's one thing I've learned.
Come on, man. Let's go see another gay movie together.
No, you keep going down this road, I'm going to hang up the phone.
You won't watch When Harry Met Sally with me?
I'll watch that with you.
You will, right? How about when Nikki met Anthony?
Yeah, I remember that when I met you. I was on snot rockets on the window of Grand Avenue Junior High School.
There you go. It was love at first snot.
I was like, who is this fucking guy?
Who is this? Like in the beginning of Major League. Look at this fucking guy. You know what? Yesterday, too, I never watched this movie, and someone was talking about it, my friend Ricky. Major League 3. I think he put it on my radar. I have to watch it.
Back to the Minors, yeah.
It's good?
No, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good movie to watch. Like, if you're just, like, lounging at home, it's entertaining. It's not great, but it's a good movie.
So yesterday, actually, Ricky asked me, he's like, dude, do you have you ever listened to the Action Boys? And I'm like, Action Boys? I'm like, this sounds familiar. Then he was like, then he said it, dude, Gabrus. And I'm like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, I know who he is. And then I'm like, yeah, my best friend's brother was really tight with him, and they went to school together. And he was amazed by that. I didn't realize that, like, they have that many views and shit, dude.
Yeah, Gabrus is doing really well for himself. Mike actually was hanging out with him last time he was here for Thanksgiving, and they were hanging out at the brewery.
Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Good for him, dude.
Yeah, Mike was on his Instagram page. It was kind of funny. All your famous people follow him, and there's Mike on the Instagram page.
So, yeah, he was telling me that Gabrus, we were actually listening to it yesterday, and it was really funny. They did an hour and 45-minute episode of Rocky 3.
Really?
Dude, and they broke it down, like, scene by scene by scene, and holy shit, dude, there's like a 10-minute thing where they talk about had Adrian gone to Clubber Lang's apartment? The shit that he was saying. He's like, I'm going to make love to you, but you got to keep it down because my roommate, he's picky. And he was saying all this stuff, dude. I was fucking dying, dude. Oh my God, he's like, you better not moan hard because I'm in rent control and they're going to kick me out.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my God, dude, it was so good, bro. And they were talking about, like, you know, the X-Lax watch and fucking everything, dude. You know, like Mickey not wanting to do the fight, and you know, Rocky trying to convince him and stuff, and like, you know, I'm gonna tell everyone about your underwear. They're like, that's totally Stallone, like, fucking humor, that he has to, like, make ridiculous jokes about someone's underwear. And he's like, you know. And I also learned something new about Rocky, which I never knew. So, you know, the best scene in Rocky 5, where it's a flashback of Mickey giving him the cufflink.
The credits roll?
Where the credits roll. That's not nice. You like Rocky 5 in certain points. Especially the part I'm talking about.
Yes, the Mickey part.
The Mickey part. Do you know that was originally supposed to be in Rocky 2?
No, I didn't know that.
Dude, so originally when it's in the church scene where Mickey comes to the church where Rocky's kid, Adrian's in the coma and stuff, and Rocky's like, he's like, I don't want to get biblical in a place like this. That was supposed to be an extended scene, and Mickey was supposed to give Rocky that as a gift to give to his son. But
I didn't know that.
He scrapped it, and he fucking back-pocketed it, and he used it in Rocky 5. Imagine that.
That's a great scene.
Dude, it's fantastic. And you know what? I feel like it made Rocky 5, so it's pretty good that he back-pocketed, because that scene in Rocky 2, like, was fantastic without that, you know? Do you think it would have been overkill if he had given him the cufflink then?
Could have been. It made more sense, like, you know, there's the flashback.
Yeah. Probably Stallone was like, fuck that. I want the cufflink. I ain't going to give it to my kid.
Yeah. I'm going to wear it.
I'm going to wear it. See, Tony's watching your video right now in the background.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No, Tony, don't touch yourself like that. That's okay.
It's okay, Tony, you can.
Anthony!
It counts to twice the amount of views if you do
that. There you go. Oh, man. So you got anything coming up, dude, you want to plug besides your friend over here?
No, not really. Just... You can follow me on Instagram at Comic Anthony D. On YouTube at The Go-To Pod. I guess I'll drop a spoiler. I don't have a name for it yet. Don't know when it's coming out, but me and my buddy Ryan Marr are in talks to start a podcast in the new year.
Fantastic. I love that. When you guys want to plug it or whatever, dude, you both are welcome to come on here and
thank you.
Do it. Dude, that'd be great.
Yeah, I need the screamies to listen.
Yeah, that's fantastic, dude. You guys are great together, and I feel like it's going to be successful, so I'm going to wish you the best with that, dude. That's great. I love to hear that.
Our phone calls where we laugh our asses off. We're on the phone bickering,
Yeah, dude. No, it's like, dude, you two are like the odd couple, bro. So I mean, it works already before it even fucking any ideas are even thrown out of what it's gonna be or what it's gonna do. So I mean, you guys are gonna work magic together, and I think I'm really excited about that.
He's doing the demo pod right now with Demolition.
Demolition, as in like Axe and Smash.
Axe and Smash. He does a podcast. He hosts a podcast with them.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
I thought I told you about that.
No, you probably did, but then I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember that.
So he does a podcast with them, and he was looking to do more of like what I'm looking to do, more of like just be myself, jokes, like a talking head type of thing, say what I want to say, and listen, I love. Excuse me. I love the WW Bro podcast / Keep Moving Forward. It was a huge part of my life. It always will be. And those episodes, over 300 episodes I created, mean the world to me. But for a lot of that, I had to watch what I said because the people that were listening were not into comedy or the things that I like and things like that. And especially the beginning part, I was trying to become a WW ambassador, so I kind of toed the line. And I'm looking forward to just being myself and kind of doing my thing and what I want to do.
Good. Well, you're in good company with that, man. And like I said, I wish you the best with that. And you saved the day, dude. I appreciate you calling in and everything.
Listen, you put the D-bag signal in the air, and
thank you.
I'm always ready to chop it up.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. Cool.
No problem.
All right.
Tony, be good, man.
You too, Anthony. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays, Tony.
Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Later. Well, that was cool, man. Anthony calling in, saving the day for his old friend, Nick Graystone.
Rocky V, who played the bully that beat up Rocky's son, and then they became buddies.
His name?
Yeah, who's the actor that you know what I'm talking about?
The kid, yeah. I don't even know.
Kevin Connolly.
Get the fuck out of here. That's Kevin Connolly?
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that, dude. Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a prick. But that's okay because he got the shit beat out of him, and then he stole his girlfriend, and he hung out, and he got the earring. And,
right. And then they became buddies, so it was beautiful.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, it's Kevin Connolly.
He's local too, that kid.
He's from Patchogue. That's all right. That's actually why I know that, because I knew. I think there's a bunch of them, but Kevin had a sister, Lori Connolly. She was gorgeous, and she was a lot of fun. I hung out with her quite often, and she unfortunately passed away in a car accident. Right, I think it was like within a month of Rocky V coming out, and that's why I knew that, because the movie had just come out. He was in it.
He was a young man then. He was, what, 12, 13?
12, 13, yeah. And I saw him at the wake, and that's why I know that, because I remember seeing him at the wake, and the movie had just come out, and I saw him in the movie. So yeah,
you didn't ask him for his autograph at the wake.
Can you imagine? Kevin, can I get a selfie?
Kev, I have a poster in my car. Tony, why do you have a Rocky V poster signed by Kevin Connolly in crayon?
And why does it say "fuck off"?
Right? Thanks a lot for nothing, prick. Kevin Connolly. What did he go on to do? He did other stuff too.
Well, he was the big thing he did was Entourage.
Okay, yeah. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
that was great, man. I remember that show, bro. Just a month ago or 2 months ago, I was at a convention, and Kevin Dillon was there.
Oh, nice.
And he was always good. Yeah. Speaking of the Dillons, Matt Dillon is scheduled, and speaking of Rocky, Matt Dillon is scheduled to play Frank Stallone Sr. in that new movie that's coming out, which I'm looking forward to. I think it's called I Made Rocky or something like that. Yeah. They better fucking change the title. That's a little weak, because that kid that's playing him is like a fucking ringer, man. He looks just like him.
Yes, he does.
So I wanted to talk to Ginger about this, but I'm just going to go on and talk about this. I I don't know if I sent you a picture of, it was a girl. I might have not, but her name is Bonnie Blue. She's a porn star. So last week, local police raided a studio in a popular tourist hub of Ba Ding near the island's capital of Den Spa, detaining Bonnie Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger. 3 men, 2 Britons and an Australian, were also detained after police received a tip-off of a concerned citizen, said local police chief Mohammed Arif Batubar. We are conducting a joint investigation regarding activities involving alleged criminal acts of pornography or material involving that violates decency, Arif told journalists. We will immediately take firm action deporting them and submitting them for blacklisting. So, police and immigration officials said that they cannot find any evidence for this group that made pornographic material. Instead, the group faces deportation for breaking tourist visa rules, including working without permits and breaking traffic laws. They were in a bus that said Bang Bus, which most of us know what that is. They go around while they get the hanky-panky on and they drive, and some dude's banging out a girl, she's blowing him or whatever. So for those of you who are out there doing, guerrilla porno in buses and you want to fuck in traffic, you better watch out because, they're cracking down on this stuff. So Billinger, 26, and her male companions, all in their 20s, will appear before the Den Spa District Court on Friday, after which they will also face blacklisting. This will happen immediately after the hearing. So this was in Bali. Bali is mainly populated by Hindus and visited by millions of foreigners. A Muslim-majority Indonesian strongly disapproves of making pornography, which can carry a jail sentence up to 12 years and a $360,000 fine. Police did say where the group was detained, but confirmed their passports had been confiscated. So during the December 4th raid, also seized camera equipment and contraceptives. See, I don't like porno that has fucking rubbers and stuff. It's not the way to go. It's not a good look, man. It looks weird. As well as blue pickup truck that sent Bang Bus on the doors. 16 other witnesses were also questioned and released during the probe, the anal probe. The witnesses were told that the content the group was trying to produce would be fun and that many viewers on social media would want to see it, said Arif. The witnesses denied the videos were pornographic and were made with playful, humorous scenes. Billinger first shot to fame as an adult content creator using provocative stunts. She's the one that did 1,000 guys in a gangbang, right? Which is fucking insane. 1,000. I think that's like a Guinness Book of World Records. In recent years, Bali officials have increasingly complained about foreign tourists behaving badly, which I think they raised the bar this week over there. Visitors, including several Russian influencers, have been deported for posing nude at sacred sites on the island. So, all right. Visitors, please don't whip out your tits and dicks on the sacred sites in Bali anymore, because it could ultimately cost you 12 years of your life and a $360,000 fine.
But I think she got out. I think she's out of the country now.
She did?
I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. What's her name again?
Bonnie Blue. Blue, not Blew. 1,000 men stunt. That is crazy. How do you line up for something like that? Like, imagine.
Yeah. She's out.
Oh, she got deported.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty crazy. 34 people were detained.
Well,
that's fucking insane.
And all of them had their pants down.
Imagine they got them in their birthday suits. Bonnie Blue. That's why I wanted to talk to this about, with Ginger. It would have been great, man. See, but you know what, Ginger, I don't think she did gangbangs like that, She might have did, a couple guys at once, but I don't think she did the Guinness Book of World Records.
All I know is that she's got 2 strikes on her.
Right now.
That's right.
Man, she broke my heart twice, but she said she's going to come back. Do you believe it? It's 50-50, right? Not even. It's a 325.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think, you know what? She's going to have to give us the greatest show. I hope she comes in. I want her to come inside the studio. We get confiscated.
With our pants down.
With our pants down. That's right. That's okay. I still love Ginger. She's a class act. She did some great movies and stuff. And you know what? She literally got me through hard times as a young man in my trials and tribulations of being a sick fuck and liking those types of horny pictures. But she did all the other stuff, She did The Devil's Rejects with Rob Zombie, and she was also in Turn the Page with Metallica. I wanted to talk to her about that, But we're gonna pump the brakes on that because we will talk to Ginger Lynn. She will come back on the 2026 when the new year. Speaking of which, the Best of Long Island thing just ended, and they're tallying the votes. So we'll see what happens. But I got some plugging to do. Not the plugging that I wanted to do tonight, but it's a different type of plugging. I'm going to plug myself. So I got some gigs coming up in the new year. I'm going solo for a few shows. So I'm playing 3 gigs. The first one is in Providence, Rhode Island. What's that, January 8th? Yep. January 8th at Providence, Rhode Island at the Parlor, and Young Z is headlining. The 5th of February is at Star Bar in Brooklyn, and Great God is headlining. And on the 20th, coming back home to Bethpage at Beery's, and Pace One is headlining. All these shows are run by the Full Blast Movement. My good boy Kenny Mercer put it on. It's a nonprofit organization. They're trying to raise funds for suicide awareness and mental health. They have counselors there, and they're trying to bring to light very dark times that you can go through, and it's it's pretty cool. They give guys like me a place to go and perform my funny songs. So, New Jersey Horror Con, man, they got some cool shit coming up. I got a list of things. January 7th in Asbury Park, they have their holiday market. On the 14th, Brad Mall at the APA Motel in Islin, New Jersey. And then on the 29th of May through the 31st, New Jersey Horror Con has a new home, and that's at the Delta Woodbridge in I believe it's in Edison, New Jersey, or very close to. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They just dropped a big announcement, actually. The Catman, Peter Criss, is headlining. It's so awesome. He's going to be there Friday and Saturday. He's got a list of things that he's not going to sign, but there's a bunch of stuff. He's going to sign the original Casablanca records and stuff. He's going to have drum heads, drumsticks. There's a whole list of information about him. You need a separate ticket for him. Don't worry, though, if you did buy a ticket to the convention, they will honor it. They just have to add a surcharge to it so you can get the Peter Criss package. But he's going to be doing photo ops there. This is a perfect opportunity. He doesn't do many conventions, so and he's got a new album coming out. So Peter Criss is going to be there. Bill Moseley from Rob Zombie's Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses and Texas Chainsaw 2 is going to be there. They're going to have the Toxic Avenger reunion, which is celebrating 40 years. The creator is going to be there, Lloyd Kaufman. Mitch Cohen, it's going to be his first convention ever. He played Toxie, the original Toxie. Jennifer Baptiste, she's going to be there. And Mark Torgel, who played Melvin Junko, he's going to be there. So all four of them. And also, Lita Ford is going to be there. The Hall of Fame Lita Ford from the Runaways, and also she did some solo stuff. And they haven't announced me yet, but I am going to be there as well. So I can't believe that I'm going to actually be doing a show with Peter Criss. It's be fucking amazing. So check all that information out at NewJerseyHorrorCon.com. Mr. Beery's, I want to thank them. They're my sponsor. This weekend's got a stacked lineup. On the 19th of December, Mega Infinity, Bad Mary, the Pizza Cats, and the Crisis Canyons. On the 20th of December, Limbo Motel, Girlfriends with a Z, Ringside Tonic, and Dog Elmas will be there. There's always something going on at Beery's. Monday night is Mondioki. Tuesday night is Vinyl Night. Wednesday night is Video Game Night. Thursday is Open Mic Night. And like I said, these other shows are going to be there this weekend. So go to Mr. Beery's. Your time is limited right now. 14 months until they close their doors for good. I'm going to be back there in January. Looking forward to that. Also, I want to thank my other sponsor, the Cinema Arts Center. They got a pretty cool lineup this weekend. The Naked Gun, speaking of OJ, we were just talking about that. The original Naked Gun is going to be on the 20th. On the 21st, Polar Express. Still never saw the whole thing at Polar Express, but it looks visually stimulating, so if you want to bring your young ones to see that. And then on the 23rd, they're having a debate. They're going to show Die Hard, and then they're going to have a debate to say whether or not if Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I personally think it is a Christmas movie. What do you think, Tony?
I agree.
Yeah, right?
And I think Lethal Weapon, the first one, is a Christmas movie
Absolutely.
as well.
And Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Absolutely. Lethal Weapon, man. It starts off with Jingle Bell Rock, and it ends with Gary Busey getting choked out by Christmas lights on right. Roger Murtaugh's front lawn.
Some more useless trivia for you today.
What do you got?
Who was originally supposed to play the starring role in Die Hard?
Andrew Dice Clay. Was it somebody else?
Yeah. Well, the original, the person it was written for.
Oh, I don't know.
The movie was originally supposed to be a sequel to another movie that came out. It was, and I'm not making this up, Die Hard was originally supposed to star Frank Sinatra.
Get out of here.
I'm not making this up.
Back in the day or then?
Then. He made a movie in the late 60s, early 70s.
Called Die Hard?
No. I forget what it was called. But this movie was written as a sequel, and even Frank was like, what are you kidding me? I'm 75 years old. I can't do this. Is ridiculous for me to do this stuff. So they kept the same script, but they just took all the references from Frank Sinatra's movie. They just took all that out and made it its own movie. Yep. I swear to you, that's
crazy.
True. I swear to you.
And is that why, like Hans Gruber says about Gene Kelly and all that shit?
Refresh my memory. What does he say?
He says this is not where you walk off into the sunset with Gene.
Maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine now? Holy fuck! Now I'm caught up on the fact that about Andrew Dice Clay being in Die Hard and how that would have been such a different movie.
Yeah,
but could you fucking imagine that the Rat Pack was in Die Hard?
They would have laughed it right out of the theaters. I mean, a 75-year-old guy. Yeah. See, look, here it is. Frank Sinatra was offered the role of John McClane in Die Hard, but turned it down. Supposed to be a sequel to the 1968 movie The Detective.
Holy shit!
And Sinatra was 70.
They should have just made it in the 70s.
But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even written. Like it was written in the 80s, and they wanted to have Sinatra do it in the 80s.
Fuck, man, they were like a decade off. I would have loved to seen it back in the day.
Somebody with the AI should make it happen now.
Oh my God, Dean Martin and fucking Sammy Davis Jr. Frankie, you're crazy. Don't go up into the tower. The bitch left you, and she's not even using your name. You're going to take these bleeds and stick them up my nose? Oh, my God, dude. That would have been fantastic. No, it would have been shitty. It wouldn't have been Die Hard. No. Wow, Tony, you give me the goods, man. That's great. I love that. Now, fuck. Now I'm going to be thinking about Die Hard with Frank Sinatra. Wait, at the end of the movie, Let It Snow. Isn't that fucking, what's his name? Who sings Let It Snow? Bing Crosby? No.
Or Nat King Cole?
No, is it Nat King Cole? No idea. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It sounds like one of those Rat Packers.
Yeah, probably.
Wow. Well, there you have it. I can't top that. Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay, Hans. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, my God. Fantastic. Well, I'd like to thank everyone that tuned in. I'm sorry all you hornballs didn't get the ginger, but I promise you next time, if I'm wrong and she cancels again, you guys can cancel me then and never trust me. But I promise you that she promised me to promise you. So I don't know. I can't promise anything, though. Thanks again to my friend Anthony for answering the call when I needed him to come on and fill the time, because he is my Gingerlin. I want him to be my Gingerlin, but he won't let me. So, all right, guys. I'm Nick Graystone, and you're not. I will. If I don't see you before the holidays, have a safe and happy holiday, and we will be back probably for Zozo's show before the new year. And if not, we'll see you on the flip side. Take care. Comb your hair.
Thank you for listening to Primal Scream. I'm Nick Graystone, a.k.a. The Nizza. Each week, Primal Scream is produced by Tony Walker and executive produced by Demon Scar. Always remember, nobody writes your story but you. Later.